Hey, good morning, everybody. So I'm back with lesson 3 and still talking about, how you can I'm sorry, y'all. I'm having some difficulties. Technical. But anyway, I'm still talking about how you can discover God um in your, sadness or in your depression. And so after today I'll have one more nugget that I want to share, and then I will move on to whatever God wants me to talk on or talk about. So there's been times, and not just myself, but others too, that I have spoken with, that with the journey of depression, um, it can be a roller coaster sometimes. Uh, it can be a hurtful journey sometimes. And so in those moments when I felt like that, I think in lesson 1, I mentioned about Job. And Job, I'm telling you, the Bible doesn't necessarily scream the word mental health, but y'all, it's in there. And so I think about Job, and Job went through it. I'm telling you, um, Job suffered. He really did. But in the story, what I liked about it is that Job, he started to see God differently. And when he did, it was like when he changed his mindset and saw God in a different manner, he started to feel hope, right? And in his life, he started seeing blessings in his life. And so basically, to sum it up, Job had a long journey dealing with pain and sorrow and different things that were going on. But at the end, he had a fresh perspective about God. It was so bad at one point in Job's life, he wished that he had died in his mother's womb. Like, he wished he was never even born. And so Job realized that what other people had told him about God, because well, prior to that, there was a lot of negative um, talk from his friends about God. But once Job got to study and realize who God was in his life, he realized that what people were telling him about God didn't line up with his personal experiences with God. So in the end, Job concluded, man, God is awesome and he can do all things. So in changing that thinking, it turned his dark days into positive days. Like, he started to see the light at the end of the tunnel. So the question is, do you believe that God can do the same for you? I do. I mean, yeah. I was at a point one time, I mm, it was just dark. That's all I could see. But now that I see that there is light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm still going on this journey. I'm still healing from some different things, and learning and growing. And so in my journal, after I read Job 42, I started writing some things down in my journal. And so that was very helpful for me. So whenever a day will hit me, and I might feel a little bit low that day, or I might not be feeling quite 100%, I always go back to Job 42, and I always read that. And so I want to share something with you. Hold on one second. So okay. So I'm gonna share with you Job 3. And again, this is the messenger version, verses 11 through 19. This is what Job is saying. Why didn't I die at birth? My first breath out of the womb, my last. Why were there arms to rock me and breasts for me to drink from. I could be resting in peace right now, asleep forever, feeling no pain, in the company of kings and statesmen in their royal ruins, or with princes in their gold and silver tombs. Why wasn't I stillborn and buried with all the babies who never saw light? Were the wicked no longer trouble anyone, and bone-weary people get a long-deserved rest? Prisoners sleep undisturbed, never again to wake up to the bark of guards. The small and the great are equals in that place, and slaves are free from their masters. Now I'm gonna tell you, that screams to me anguish, mental pain, hurt. Job 42, verses 1 through 6, Messenger. Job answered God, I'm convinced. Now this is when his mindset changed. God, I'm convinced you can do any and everything. Nothing and no one can upset your plans. You ask, who is this muddy in the water? Ignorant, confusing the issues, second-guessing my purposes. I admit it. I was the one. I babbled on about things far beyond me, made small talk about wonders way over my head. You told me, listen and let me do the talking. Let me ask the questions, you give the answers. I admit I once lived by rumors of you. Now I have it firsthand from my own eyes and ears. I'm sorry, Lord, forgive me. I'll never do that again. I promise. I'll never again live on crust of hearsay, crumbs of rumor. Again, I always say, stinking thinking. Change your thinking, change your life. Peace and blessings until next time. Hope y'all have a blessed day. Take care.